Guys, welcome back in to another video. We are back with yet another AOT reaction. You know what I'm saying? We are back with another AOT reaction. This one is something of a request, so I'm going to go ahead and contribute to this request that I have been given. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. As you guys know, my previous video in regards to the illusion of freedom or the dangers of freedom was done, and that particular video, that particular content creator who created that video got to another one that I was requested to react to. That particular video is entitled "Eren Had No Other Choice." So we already know what that is probably referring to. It's referring to that goddamn rumbling. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you, just based off the title, I agree. Y'all can look back at the catalog, y'all can look at all the videos that I've done. I agree with that. Based on how the story was written and how it played out and how everything came to be, this was the only inevitable choice that he had. This video was done by Film Dive, and I want to see their take on that. I want to see what they say regarding this, because it was, again, we all know that was the only choice he had. So it is what it is, right? You know, we got some people in there crying, genocide is bad, man. It's so bad. You shouldn't want to kill people. You just shouldn't want to do that. Oh, no shit. We're not saying do it for no reason. But the best believe a motherfucker come kick down my door with a weapon, I'm gonna have one waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta protect your own, man. Survival of the fittest. You don't want people just run up on your shit, run up on your family, and fuck people up that you love, that you grew up with, just because you just say, oh well, might as well die. The fuck? Before we get into all that, guys, it's a very short video. So it's not going to take long, but again, you already know the deal. Let's get the business out the way. Guys, if you like the content that is being produced and you like what you are consuming, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and that like button. It helps out the algorithm, it helps the channel grow, and it helps us be seen to more people. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a dime, but what it does do, it helps me, and it helps me be able to keep pushing and moving forward, to keep putting out this great fucking content. You know what I'm talking about? Also, comment down below. Give me things to react to, such as this. This was a reaction request. So you give me things to react to, I promise I'll get around to it, and I will produce the content for you. I promise you that. Last but not least, go ahead and share the content, as well as hit the notification bell so you guys are up to date and aware of anything and everything that's being put out on this channel. So without motherfucking ado, let's get to it. All right, y'all. This is again, this is by Film Dive, stating Eren had no other choice. Let's see where it goes from here. Let's see what their points are, and let's go along with it. As you guys can see, it's a very short video. It's 3 minutes. It's not super long. So let's go ahead and get into it, and let's run this bitch. Let's roll.
Some people think he was right. Some people think he was wrong. But I believe Eren had no other options. In order to end the era of Titans, Erenyeager had to activate the rumbling. In this video, we're going to go over Eren's other options and see what was the best way to finish what Ymir started. But before we begin, I want to tell you guys something. This channel is pretty new. And
what other options? There weren't any. He didn't have none.
I can't afford a mic or other equipments, and for now I'm recording on a phone. So if you guys enjoy my videos and want to support us, hit the subscribe button. You have no idea how much it helps the channel and how much it means to me personally.
He's absolutely right.
Thank you in advance, and welcome to Film Dive family. Okay, the first option that Eren had is obviously Zeke's plan. Zeke wanted to use the power of the founding titan and manipulate Eldians' DNA so they no longer could have children. This way, when the living Eldians die, the power of the titans die with them. But how can we be sure that after Zeke sterilizes all Eldians and Eren runs out of time, Marley or any other country won't steal the Founding Titan and undo what Zeke has done? I'm not
True.
gonna lie, it would be a good plan if we were certain that nothing could go wrong. But from the time of euthanasia until Eldians die out, so many things could happen. For example, Eldians probably would not like being punished for what they haven't done and just launch an attack on the world. Or, as I said, someone could steal the power of the Titans and give back the ability of having children to Eldians. So Zeke's plan relies too much on chance.
I mean, I know it's a short video, guys, and I know usually I don't pause it, but it's not even just the fact that it could rely on chance, because of course anything, if we even want to go that direction, you can kind of say that about anything. Any choice or any decision that was made throughout the story, you can kind of say or rewrite it to a way to be like, well, this could have happened instead, or that could have happened instead. What I want to more so focus on is the fact that if Eren wasn't the dude who had the Titan, Zeke's plan would have worked immediately. If anybody but Eren had the Founding Titan, Zeke more than likely could have convinced anybody with the euthanasia plan. I'm just going to say it. If you think about it and you think about everybody else, every other character in the story, and I put them in the shoes of Eren with the Founding Titan, I can almost guarantee you that Zeke's plan would have came to fruition. The only reason the plan didn't work is because of Eren's drive for freedom and his yearning for, I'm just not finna lay down and just say fuck it and game over. Like, that's not me. That's not what we do. We fight around here. We fight for what's ours. You know what I'm saying? We have every right to be here just like everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? The only people who could combat Zeke's ideology was that ideology. So it was a perfect mesh of characters.
And probably wouldn't work. Then we have the fake rumbling plan. This is what Armin and Mikasa thought that Eren is going to do. Their plan was to free a small number of colossal titans inside the wall and send them to Marley. That way, Marley would know that Eldians mean business and leave him alone. But again, this wouldn't work because that would only prove the world that Vili Tybur was right. The world would be terrified of Eldians and Marley...
I mean, it's not even that. Let's just go ahead and stop it there. That's not even the point either, because they already were terrified. That was already established in his speech. So they were already terrified enough to agree to have that whole little meeting, have that whole little parade, that whole little festival. They were already there. They were already afraid enough to give him their support. Already. He didn't even have to do nothing. Even if Eren didn't attack them at that time where he had Reiner down there and Falco and he was talking to them, even if Eren did not attack at that time, Marley and the rest of the world still would have went to war. They still would have done it. They still would have acted. Guaranteed. Because they were already convinced. They were already convinced based off of the power and the influence that Willie Tybur and the Tybur family had. It was already game over. It didn't matter if they did that. It didn't matter if they were like, oh, yo, the 50-year plan, blah, blah, blah. Now, granted, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know about that until Eren had Falco send them the message. Unbeknownst to him, he had no idea what he was doing. Eren just used the little boy. But it still wouldn't have mattered because Willie Tybur had the whole world convinced that these motherfuckers was going to die. Eren's the problem. Eren's the issue. And since Eren is the issue, that's it. We can't do nothing else about it. There's nothing else that we can do. So since he already did that, that was it. There was nothing else that could be done. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think that little plan even would have worked from that standpoint. The main point in contention with that plan was him not wanting Historia to become a baby factory. He didn't want it. He didn't want her to consistently and her family to consistently keep that cycle going of cannibalism just to maintain a fake peace, if you will, on Paradise Island. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that plan. So he said, no, fuck it. We're not doing that. I don't give a fuck. That's stupid. So he wasn't willing to sacrifice her. That was the main point in contention. because it didn't even matter at that point that people would have Willie Tybur would have been right. They already sided with him anyway, so it didn't even matter.
Would use this as an excuse to attack Paradis and get its hands on its resources. Because remember, natural resources were the reason why Marley sent warriors to Paradis in the first place. So this plan would...
No, that wasn't it. They wanted the founding titan. Their main issue was trying to find the founding titan. It had nothing to do with natural resources for that. Because here's the thing. Here's the reason why it had nothing to do with natural resources. The reason it had nothing to do with natural resources and it was to find this founding titan is because they already knew about the founding titan. And they knew that whoever had it had the ability to do this. They had the ability to do, the higher ups knew this. The higher ups knew of this issue, right? So since the higher ups knew of this issue, and Willie was a part of them higher ups, his presentation to the world, to the rest of the world, was the secret that they had already known, that all the higher ups already knew. Other people didn't really know that, like, the randoms, they didn't just know that. But no, their main goal was to infiltrate, figure out the power that they had, find the founding titan, capture it, to find that, and then capture it and bring that back over to Marley so that Marley can expand their empire. Natural resources was a byproduct. That wasn't their initial reasoning, because if it was just natural resources, they didn't even know the natural resources existed. Bertold, Annie, and Reiner, they had no idea that the natural... They wasn't like, hey guys, we need y'all to go over there to check out this that natural resources found in the cave so we can mine that shit. That wasn't it. So
only make things worse. Another thing that Eren could do was to attack only Marley. But Titans are not drones. They destroy everything on their path. And what do you think would happen if Titans flattened Marley? The world would either panic and unite against Paradis or do everything possible to get the power for themselves. And the last option is to do nothing and wait. And all of you probably know why that's not a good idea. I think Eren had no choice but to activate the rumbling, but he took it too far. He burned all bridges behind him, but by doing so, Eren ended the era of the Titans. Humanity could live without fearing of Titans once again. What other options do you think Eren had? Comment them in the comment section. And if the options you suggest are good, I'll make a part 2 for this video. And with that out of the way, I see you guys next week.
Okay. I mean, I liked it. It was short, sweet, simple, to the point, as usual. So good. Kudos to you, Film Dive. Good video. As far as any other options, I didn't see any. And I honestly do have to... I agree with those points to get to the main point, because I do 100% agree. He had no other choice. There was no other viable option that was there. You know what I mean? There's no other viable option that was there that you could actually look at and be like, this could possibly work. Those were, as he said, those were the main three, right? You either went with the 50-year plan, you went with the euthanasia plan, or you just sat there and did nothing. And he said, well, he felt as though Eren went too far. In my opinion, I'm going to say, yes, it was a bit extreme. But I also look at the fact that what Eren did was what they were going to do to them. They were going to wipe out that entire island just to find him. They were willing to kill the entire Paradisian people just because of them. Just because of that, right? So would it have been in a smaller scale than what he did? Sure, yeah. But still just as bad. So in one of those things, that's when you have to ask yourself the conflicting question. What is better to do? Die off, or you attack first? If you're one of those people who just willing to die off, again, I call you like I call the people in any other video. You're cowards. Because I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. That's something that I won't do personally. So that's why, again, with those choices that were given and the character development that we saw, this is why so many people empathize with what Eren chose to do. It's not that people are promoting genocide. I'm not saying to promote genocide. But when you're backed into a corner and these are the only options that you have and all those options are shit, like literally there was no other diplomatic way of doing anything based off the fact of time and different things of that nature, there was nothing you could do. The only thing you can do is say, okay, I understand that why they took that route, why he went that way. I get it. I can see that. So those who be talking about, man, you shouldn't promoting genocide. Genocide is wrong. We get that. We're not fucking stupid. We know that genocide is bad. But what you're asking them to do is you're asking them to just sit there and do nothing while they get wiped out. And it's like, it's just okay then. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and let it happen. We don't deserve to live. We don't deserve to venture out and see what we've missed for all these years. We don't deserve that. We deserve to be brainwashed and only thinking that we were the only people left alive while you guys benefited and flourished while we sit up here and we lived in the past. Because again, if you remember, Paradise was way behind the times. They were still using muskets and fucking regular goddamn the Omni gear. That's what they were doing. Whereas everybody else had tanks and military weapons and trains and shit. They ain't had it. So again, I think the point goes down to this. Ask yourself this question. Yes, is genocide bad? Sure. Absolutely. Everybody knows that. However, in this particular scenario, based off of what we were given, what other choice did Eren have? Anyway, guys, that is the video. So I appreciate you guys sitting down, tuning in, and sitting with your Lord while we go and deep dive into some of these videos and react. Again, thank you for You Film Dive for making the video. And thanks for the recommendation as well for the video. It was great. I liked it. It was, guys, short, sweet, precise, perfect. But again, as I said, guys, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and most importantly, share the content, guys. We're growing. We're constantly growing. We're constantly moving in the right direction. And I appreciate all those who have done so and hit that subscribe and like button on these videos. Shout out and kudos to you guys. I appreciate it. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.